Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Did you ever plan something and you thought about every single detail, like everything was organized in your head? You thought about every single angle and detail about what you are going to do, just to find everything just goes in the air? This is what happened to me today. So today should have been the first episode of my Christmas series. Yesterday I announced that I'm going to start this series and also some major changes that I am going to do here on my channel. And if you didn't catch that video, please go and watch it so you will know what to expect during this Vlogmas series, as well as what I am going to do with my channel next year and also in the future. So I planned everything way in advance, what I am going to film and what I am going to talk about, only to find that my husband is sick. And as you can hear from my voice, I think I'm going to be sick too. So today I could not do any vlog of any kind because nothing went as planned and it was kind of a chaos here in the house. I just hope that my son will not be also sick. So sorry, no vlog today and also no Christmas tree. I was planning on doing my Christmas tree today, but yeah. Let's hope that I will be able to do it tomorrow. So I am filming this now and it is just a few minutes before midnight. So technically it's still the 2nd of December. And I just managed to upload the video from yesterday now. So go figure. As I have announced yesterday, it's going to be a vlog, but I am also going to tackle a topic related to fragrances every day. But before going through the topic of today, and it's going to be a little bit controversial, let's see what I have from my advent calendars. So I have 2 advent calendars currently. One I made myself from random samples that I had and I never tested. I gave a box to my son. He just picked some random samples. He packed it. So I don't know what I am going to expect. And I have also the Cult Beauty advent calendar, which is not really fragrance related. It does include some fragrances if I'm not mistaken. And I have also a 3rd advent calendar that didn't arrive yet, which is also dedicated to perfumes. So let's start with Cult Beauty. Cult Beauty packaging is quite sturdy, so it's one of these advent calendars that you can reuse, and I always use it as a sample drawer. So day number 2, we have a product that I really like, that I already tested, but I didn't have it in this color. This is the Summer Friday Lip Butter Balm. This is one of my favorite lip balms. I was preparing for a video on lip balms because I went on this quest. You know, I always go crazy when I am obsessed with something and I just try everything. So I went on this quest to try every single lip balm, and I'm thinking about doing a video. So tell me in the comments down below, would you be interested in a video on all lip balms and the best and the ones that I would recommend or not, since we are in winter, so it's quite fitting. And it's not my favorite lip balm, but one of the best. Let's see the color. It's quite sheer. Let me lower the light so you can see the color. This is the color. It's really nice, shiny, and it feels beautiful on your lips. It nourishes. It's not the most nourishing one, but it definitely nurtures, and I love the colors. I don't remember the names. The one that I have is a little bit more peachy, so summer-like. So this is a great option, especially for winter. So I'm really happy with this one. Now let's get to my personalized advent calendar. And a shout out for my son. He picked this box for it. He really thought about details. He even included, this. He's so cute. So Let's see what this one is. So this is from a brand I never heard about. This is Rose Agate from Matière Libre. Did you hear about this brand or this fragrance? Tell me in the comments down below. Let's try it. I can't try it on my skin because I'm not wearing any perfume. A very fresh, musky rose with pink pepper, a little bit almost aldehydic. I can't say that there is aldehydes in the notes, but the musk is very, very clean, almost aldehydic. I guess there's also geranium because the rose has an edge, but it's not really predominant. And there is some sweetness, like a slight sweetness. It's a true pink rose, in my opinion. Not bad, but not mind-blowing and not my vibe, to be honest. I like my roses either sweet roses, especially when they are mixed with woody notes, or like blush pink girly rose. This is in the middle somehow. So let's see the notes on this one. Okay, here on Fragrantica it's called Panouche, like the brand is called Panouche, not Matière Libre, but it's written Matière Libre. So I am okay. Sorry, so Matière Libre is not the brand. Matière Libre is the line, I guess, because yeah, here's the brand is Panouche. So sorry. So let's see. We have in the top note metallic notes. So this is what I thought was a little bit aldehydic. Black pepper, LME resin. In the mid we have rose, geranium, green accord, incense, and in the base we have mineral notes. So again, this really helps with this feeling. We have labdanum, ebony, wood, and leather. Now I'm getting the woody notes. I am not getting a lot of black pepper actually. There is almost like another spice or something resinous, but not elemi and not labdanum. I don't know. So let me see if what people say, if this fragrance is similar to another one. So the first one is another fragrance that I don't know about. The second one is from Amouage and it's from the Library collection, Opus 10. Again, I'm not also familiar with this fragrance. It is an interesting take on rose. My cat just sneezed. Yeah, the whole family is sick. It's incredible. Anyway, this is not for everyone. Now it's getting more resinous and a little bit more warm. And like this aldehydic metallicness is not as predominant as in the opening. First of all, I don't think that this is a safe blind buy. I mean, I'm not a fan of safe blind buy. I would never tell you to blind buy a fragrance ever, but I know people do it, so I'm just saying this is not a safe blind buy, and it is a little bit edgy, a little bit different. So maybe if you are on the hunt for a different rose, yeah, check this one. It's not the metallic notes that is bothering me a little bit or make this a fragrance not for me. It's mostly the geranium and also the LME. These two notes I'm not a fan of. I don't hate them, but are not just my favorites. So quite an interesting fragrance. Now let's get to what is the topic of today, and it's all about quality in fragrances. Now you may say, Noura, this is not a controversial topic. Yeah, it is. I will tell you why. For many people, and not only beginners, by the way, even people who love fragrances and test them and have a great big collection, and some of them are even reviewers on YouTube, they kind of conflict to concepts that are not necessarily related, and that is quality with performance. Quality doesn't mean a great performance. So let's talk. So if we take citruses, you can have the best quality citrus oil in your fragrance, like top of the top. Is it going to be a long-lasting fragrance? No. Absolutely not, because citruses by definition, by nature, not by definition, by nature, are fleeting. This is why you find them in the top notes of fragrances. So they give you this burst, they give a lift to the fragrance, and this is what you get. It doesn't last. This is why they are in the top notes. So whatever you do, a high quality citrus will not change its performance. On the other hand, if we take woody notes are again, in the majority, oud or others, are long lasting. They are more strong. This is why you find them in the base of fragrances. Not only woody, but I'm just taking it as an example. Now, woody notes can be the real stuff and can be also the synthetic stuff. And if you take the real thing and the synthetic one, the only difference is the smell. It's not the performance. Actually, sometimes, like the synthetic, is more long lasting than the original, like the real stuff. So, when we talk about quality, we should not conflict quality with long lasting. Now, I understand fragrances, especially recently, became extremely expensive. At the beginning, it was designer fragrances, and now niche fragrances are also, niche brands are catching up. And with the economy that we have today, of course, you want a long-lasting fragrance because you want to use less of the perfume, so it will stay with you for longer. So more value for your money. Now, that doesn't mean that there are some fragrances that I love that are not of a high quality. Of course, I love some cheapies, which brings me to another point that is very important. Another big misconception, but this is a little bit more common in beginners. They think that when you pay a lot of money, you will get quality. No. It was maybe one time like that, but unfortunately, let's be honest, it's not anymore. Like, just take an example of a Chanel bag and you will know what I mean. And even fashion brands, once you knew what you get, nowadays, even when they start and they are very high quality and very focused on the materials, by the end, when they get famous, now my cats are fighting. Anyway, it's just a mess, a messy day. Sorry. So, returning to fragrances, let me tell you something. What you are mostly paying for is not the fragrance. Like, in the majority of cases, this is not what you are paying for. You are paying for the name and you are paying for the packaging. Yeah. Unfortunately, this is the reality. So please don't think that you pay a lot of money that you will get a return on your investment. It's not guaranteed at all. Sometimes you are paying for the experience, like packaging, and you're opening, and it's so beautiful and so on. And I hope I am not sounding condescending, because I personally am guilty of that. I once described the brand Parfum de Marly as a high quality brand. They are not. It's war there. Oh my God. I have 3 cats, by the way, so expect a lot of action during my vlogs if I am able to do them. So again, sorry for the distraction. Let's return to the topic. So Parfum de Marly is a heavily synthetic brand, and I can say that about a lot of brands. Now, it's generally speaking. I am not speaking about every single fragrance from the brand, but yeah, Parfum de Marly is not quality. Now, if you want to smell quality, smell Amouage. Now, you may not like Amouage, but that doesn't mean that it's not high quality. Like, I struggle a little bit with Amouage fragrances, to be honest, with the exception of the latest releases. They are a little bit heavy, very niche. Like, this is not a brand to start with if you are at the beginning of your fragrance journey, with the exception again of their latest releases, Guidance and Love Delight. Which brings me to what I was just talking about. Brands usually start with high quality, like especially these expensive brands. Usually they have this high quality, focus on material, be unique, etc., etc. And then they become popular and the majority just go downhill. Now, I am not saying that Amouage is going downhill, but I am afraid for the brand. The latest releases are beautiful fragrances, but I can see a shift in the perspective of the brand. It's not niche anymore. It's going a little bit mass pleasing, which is not a bad thing. But hearing the news that they are thinking about selling the brand, and here's where I have a lot of worries. You can see what happened to Tom Ford after Estee Lauder bought them. Like the same goes for Armani Privé when, what was it, L'Oreal, I think, who bought Armani Privé or Armani. Unfortunately, this is how stuff works. Speaking about brands that charge a lot of money and their fragrances are not high quality, there are a lot of Italian brands that would fall in this category, and a lot of them are very hyped, like extremely hyped. But I will address that in my recap of my Italian series. Definitely stay tuned for that. Now, tell me in the comments down below, which are the brands that you associate with high quality and which one are just not it, although they charge a lot of money. Looking forward to see your comments down below. I am so sorry again for missing my vlog, for my voice, for the noise. Thanks a lot for watching and see you tomorrow. Ciao.